Chair recognizes Representative Giddings.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker and members. I am a joint author of this bill, and so I am speaking for this bill. But I want to say up front that the author of the bill knows that I believe that we ought to be using more of the rainy day fund. We discussed that in the very beginning, and I know that today we're discussing closing the gaps and the holes in the budget for 2011. But in terms of looking at 2012, and I don't think you can look at House Bill 4, House Bill 275 without also looking at House Bill 1, I believe that ultimately we should be using more of the rainy day fund. Like all of you, I am very proud and very privileged to be a part of this great body. 25 million Texans and 150 of us have an opportunity to serve here and to be trusted as the leaders of this great state. We are trusted, and it is trust in my mind that is the most important component of leadership. The question is always, will those who lead do what is best for those who follow? After all, we are the servant of the people, and we should not act as their masters. And I don't really believe that we are hearing the message that the voters are sending to us. Yes, overwhelmingly Texans want less government and more efficiency, and so do I. Yes, overwhelmingly Texans want to cut fat, and so do I. I don't know anyone who believes otherwise. But we must ask more specific questions to understand the message that the voters are giving to us. When we ask voters in polls, do you support the continuing of Texas grants? The answer is overwhelmingly yes. When we ask, do you support the continuation of pre-K? The answer is overwhelmingly yes. When we ask if nursing homes should suffer severe cuts, the answer is no. We should not leave the elderly out of a place to live. We must tell Texans the truth. When we don't take care of some of these things at the state level, the city and the county will do so. Our refusal to use more of the rainy day fund is relegating Texas to mediocrity, to a future that we will not be proud of. I don't want to be a part of that kind of Texas. I don't want to go home and tell students there is no money for you in Texas grants, in other financial aid, and you're going to pay more in tuition. It is greatly disturbing to me to have to go home and tell folks that the elderly are not going to be taken care of. I don't want to say to those with mental health issues, I'm sorry, we have no help for you. Many of you, Republicans, and many of you very conservatives have said to me on this House floor that you believe that we ought to spend more of the rainy day fund. And I do believe that members ought to be able to talk to one another confidentially, and so I will certainly keep your confidence. But our conversations again say that you believe that we ought to use more of the rainy day fund. And this is not the time, members, for us to divide ourselves up, us and them, and partisanship. We need to pull upon our statesmanship. These are difficult times. The answers are not easy, but courage and conviction are required in times such as these. We don't get our character measured when it's easy or when it's convenient. It is indeed moments such as this moment that are challenging that will determine our legacy and the future of our state. For many people in our state, what we're doing today and what we will do tomorrow will dash their dreams. It will abort their hopes. it will crush their opportunity. In these economic times, Texans are hurting. Let's not let them down. Let's not be content to lose a generation of young people. And I ask those Texans out there to not give up hope. I hope that all of us will work together to make the changes that are necessary to take care of the people of Texas. God help Texas.